Hello students, welcome to your first class. I hope all you will be enjoying your class and be safe in your home. Enjoy your online classes. Okay, first I'm going to start this class by introducing myself to you. Myself Anamika Singh. I'm your biology teacher from today onwards. Okay, and I'm warmly, open-heartedly welcome you all in your class and thank you for choosing the subject biology. Okay, now I'm going to introduce you with your subject. Okay, what is biology? In your further class, you studied about everything related to biology, related to science. Okay, but first of all, you have to know about biology. Okay, so first thing, up to class 10th, you all were studied about science, including three of the subjects: physics, chemistry and biology, about chemicals, pressure, momentum, everything. Okay, reproduction, cells, organism, tissue, everything. These all three subjects are in one, all in one, you can say, science. But when you come to class 11, these three subjects divide each other: physics, chemistry and biology. You people choose biology because you are already set your aim कि हाँ, I have taken biology, so my aim is this. I have taken maths, my aim is this. But you people choose biology because you already choose your aim कि मुझे ये बनना है, I have to become this in future. So first of all, know about biology. What is biology? So biology is a branch of science which deals with plants, animals and human beings. Okay, these three things include in biology: plants, animals and human beings. Biology is the branch of science which deals with plants, animals and human beings. Okay, plants, animals and human beings, this is biology. इस सब्जेक्ट में हमको सब चीज़ पढ़ना है, अबाउट प्लांट्स, अबाउट एनिमल्स, अबाउट ह्यूमन बींग्स, माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म, इवन यू कैन से about every living creature in the world. In class 11, basically you study about the origin of the earth, origin of human beings, origin of plants, animals, how they discovered, their name, their taxonomy, their classification, everything. Okay, in class 11th. Second thing, again biology is divided into three types: 3, 4, 5, so many, but mainly are three types: zoology, botany, microbiology, biochemistry, biotechnology. So one by one, I'm going to give you a brief definition about this all things, brief discussion about this. Okay, after that we will start our chapter. First you have to know what is biology. Zoology is a branch of biology which deals with animals. Zoology, which deals with animals. Botany, pronunciation is up to you. Botany you can say or botany you can say. Botany, it deals with plants. Botany is the branch of biology which deals with plants. Microbiology is the branch of biology which deals about microorganisms. This is my stream. I'm postgraduated in MSc microbiology. This is my stream. Basically I'm much expert in microbiology. Now biochemistry is a branch of biology in which you can deals with the biochemistry is a branch of science in which you can deals with biochemistry is the branch of science which deals with how life is related to chemistry, chemicals. Okay, in this subject you will all study about these things. And biotechnology, how life science, how life is related to technologies. Engineering students basically learned about technologies. So how science is related, how life is related to technology. And first most important things, biology. You know what is bio means? Bio means life. As I told you in the beginning, about every, we are going to learn about in this subject about every living creature which is present in the earth crust. So bio means life. These are the five most important branch of biology. Okay, now in your subject biology in class 11th or 12th, we are going to learn about whole this five branches we are going to learn. Your first subject is related to living world. Unit is diversity in the living world. Diversity means the wide variety of something. The simple diversity. Take only one word, simple diversity means the wide variety of something. Okay, something, it can be plant, animals, microorganism, whatever, but the meaning of diversity is the wide variety of something in the living world. अब लिविंग वर्ल्ड में क्या क्या आते हैं? प्लांट्स, एनिमल्स, ह्यूमन बींग्स, माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म, एवरीवन. सो द मीनिंग ऑफ द यूनिट इज द वाइड वैरायटी ऑफ द लिविंग वर्ल्ड including flora and fauna. Flora means plants and fauna means animals. Okay, so this unit is divided into four types. First chapter we are going to start is the living world. Second is biological classification, plant kingdom and animal kingdom. One by one these things should be clear to you. So in this chapter we are going to learn about the, यहाँ क्लियर लिखा है देखो, बायोलॉजी इज द साइंस ऑफ लाइफ फॉर्म्स एंड लिविंग प्रोसेस. एज आई टोल्ड यू, बायोलॉजी इज द ब्रांच ऑफ साइंस विच डील्स अबाउट द लाइफ, है ना, लाइफ प्रोसेस. ओके, सो इन दिस चैप्टर वी आर गोइंग टू लर्न अबाउट हाउ दिस ऑर्गेनिजम्स कम, their classification, their identification, why the things were needed. We have to put all the we have to put all the animals into different classification. Okay, cats and dogs are not same animals, so we have to put the variety of animals in different places. So why the classification is necessary, why their identification, nomenclature, everything is necessary. How these animals were created, discovered, no one can give a damn such things, that truth that the animals were discovered by this, the plant is good, no. So many theories are there, we are going to study about this theory. Okay, so here is it is, the living world comprises an amazing diversity of living organisms. Early man could easily perceive the difference between inanimate matter and living organism. Inanimate matter, inanimate means non-living organism, than the matters which don't have life, like wind, sea, mountains, they are inanimate matter because they are present in the earth. So they are not non-living, or you can say so they are not living, but they are present in the earth, they are useful to us or for the animals, so they are called as inanimate matter. The animals and plants, including some animals and plants in this. Okay, because animals and plants are living organisms, they comes under living organisms. A common feature of all such forms of inanimate and animate objects was the sense of awe and fear that they evoked. ठीक है, इन लोगों में कॉमन क्या है? द एनिमेट एंड इनएनिमेट मैटर, लिविंग एंड नॉन लिविंग, दे विल बी इवोक्ड, मतलब खत्म हो जाएंगे, दे विल बी वैनिस्ड. ओके, this is the main similarities between this animate and inanimate matter, like mountain, sea, fire, wind, etc., and this plants and animals. So the description of living organism including human beings began much later in human history. Okay, in our history we are only study about the animals and plants. The history of human beings is come very, you can say, very late. Okay, later, very late in the human history. बहुत बाद में आया ये सारा चीज. Human beings तो बहुत बाद में आए. First in the earth, animal, plants and this inanimate matters were present. Basically in this chapter, in this unit, we are going to learn all about these things. Okay, inanimate and animate matters, their identification, nomenclature, their history, their discovery, everything. Okay, now we are going to start our first chapter, the living world. First chapter, living world. Introducing a scientist, Ernest Mayr. Born on July 1904 in Captain, Germany, Ernest Mayr, the Harvard University evolutionary biologist who has been called the Darwin of the 20th century. Who is Darwin? पता ही होगा, we have already discussed about Darwin in 10th. He gives the theory of evolution. Okay, 20th century. Ernest Mayr is called the Darwin of 20th century. Okay, was one of the 100 greatest scientists of all time. Mayr joined Harvard Faculty of Arts and Science in 1953 and retired in 1975, assuming the title Alexander Agassiz Professor of Geology, Emeritus. He earned this title. He gave his all life in science, in biology, in the field of science. Okay, he gave so many theories, so he called Darwin of 20th century. Throughout his nearly 80-year career, his research spanned ornithology, taxonomy, geogeography, evolution, systematic, and the made of the origin of species diversity the central question of currently evolutionary biology. Okay, the origin of species. The origin of species is a question to all the science, all the biology members till now. No one can explain or give the bang on theory that origin of science, origin of species is that. So he gave whole his life in this field, in the field of biology. Okay, he also pioneered currently the three prizes widely regarded as the triple crown of biology: the Basbian Prize in 1983, the International Prize of Biology in 1994, and the Crawford Prize in 1999. Mayr died at the age of 100 in the year 2004. Nearly this man live 100 years. Okay, and whole year sorry, he gave his life in the field of biology. He gave so many theories and he researched on the origin of species. Okay, now the chapters is started. Here is your topic. First one is the what is living, second diversity in the living world, taxonomic categories and taxonomical aids. This is your 4 important headlines of your chapter, and we are going to study detail of this topics. So the first question is, what is living? We know what is living. We the people, we the human beings are living. Plants, animals, these are the living. So living things has so many characters. Walking, talking, these are not the characteristics of living things. Okay, living things has 4 or 5 major type of character. Then we people, then this living thing are divided into the category that they are living. Okay, nowadays robots are also working, so they are not called living thing. So the 4 or 5 main important points are there why the living things has been categorized into different place. Here are the important topics we are going to study, but first we look about the introduction. How wonderful is the living world? We know that the living world, the earth is so wonderful, the seas, mountain, desert, everything, है ना, the forest, mountain, the cold mountains, fresh water, lakes, sea, rivers, so many things are, so the living world is so wonderful. And the valley of flowers, attacking shark evokes deep sense of wonder. The ecological conflict and cooperation among members of a population and among population of community, or even the molecular traffic inside a cell, make us deeply reflect on what indeed is life. This question has two implicit questions within it. In this question, what indeed is life? ठीक है, लाइफ क्यों ज़रूरी है? ठीक है, सो इसमें दो क्वेश्चन है. द फर्स्ट इज द टेक्निकल वन एंड सेकेंड इज द फिलोसफिकल वन. टेक्निकल क्यों ज़रूरी है, फिलोसफिकल की हाँ लाइफ ज़रूरी है, क्यों ज़रूरी है. टेक्निकली भी हम इसको सोच सकते हैं और फिलोसफिकली भी इसको हम सोच सकते हैं. वाई द लाइफ इज वाई देर इज नीड ऑफ लाइफ, क्यों ज़रूरी है. ओके, सो एंड सीक आंसर to what living is and opposed to the non-living, and the second is the philosophical one and seek answer to what the purpose of life is. As scientists, we shall not attempting answering the second question, we will try to reflect on what is living. So the question is, what is indeed of life, what is indeed is life. Why the life is necessary, life क्यों ज़रूरी. Because living in that question, two questions are there कि हाँ ज़रूरी भी है और क्यों ज़रूरी है. So basically the scientists were not giving the first answer, they are not sick to give the first answer, they are try to give the second one. We will try to reflect what is living. Okay, they are going why life indeed is life, life क्यों ज़रूरी है वो नहीं बता पाएंगे, बट what is life they are going to tell us. What is living? Okay, what is living they are going to tell us. So first topic, what is living. When we try to define living, we conventionally look for distinctive characteristics exhibited by living organism: growth, reproduction, ability to sense environment and mount a suitable response come to our mind immediately as unique features of living organism. What is living? अब जैसे ही हमको कोई क्वेश्चन पूछता है तो हमारे दिमाग में सबसे पहले क्या आता है? रिप्रोडक्शन, मूवमेंट, ग्रोथ, देयर सेंस ऑफ एबिलिटी. These are the things when someone asks what is living, what is living organisms are. So these type of questions comes in our mind. The organism which has sense of ability, they have growth, movement, reproduction in their life body, these are called living organism. This is living. Okay, so these type of are things suitable for response and the living organism they respond. Okay, this type of things come in our mind immediately. These are the unique features of living organism. So one can add a few more features like metabolism, ability to self-replicate, self-organize, interact, and emergencies. To this list, let us try to understand each of this. One by one we are going to understand each of this. Metabolism, ability to metabolism in our body, so many syntheses are taking place. Okay, metabolism, anabolism and catabolism together make a term called metabolism. In our body, so many, our height, personality, health, everything is growing up. So how these things are happened? Due to this metabolism activity which are going inside our body. Okay, every living body, so many other activities are taking up. This is which is connected to our chemicals which is present inside our body, so many things in living body you can say. So these activities are called metabolism, anabolism and catabolism. Anabolism synthesis, catabolism मतलब breakup. एनाबॉलिज्म में क्या होता है, द मटेरियल्स आर सिंथेसाइज्ड, वो जुड़ते हैं एक दूसरे से, बट इन कैटाबॉलिज्म दे आर ब्रेकअप. ठीक है, दिस इज दे टुगेदर मेक मेटाबॉलिज्म. डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ मेटाबॉलिज्म, जैसे in this 11th class only you can see the metabolism activity, like glucose is breaks up into two molecules of pyruvic acid. This activity is called metabolism. So many chemical changes where takes place in the living body. This is called metabolism. Okay, now ability to self replicate, replication. In class 10th, class 8th, class 9th, you have already discussed about reproduction. Okay, reproduction is of two types, sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction में क्या होता है, so many organisms are present, unicellular, multicellular, which can replicate itself. No two opposite sexes are required for replication, है ना, वो खुद से ही डिवाइड हो जाते हैं. This is called cell division. In short, this type of replication is called cell division. Cell organize and they also cell organized. वो अपने सेल को सेल्फ ऑर्गेनाइज कर सकते हैं. सेल को CELL, सेल को सेल्फ ऑर्गेनाइज कर सकते हैं. लाइक यू कैन टेक द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ प्लेनेरिया. When its body cuts in the middle, it can regenerate its cells. This is called cell organize. They can cell organize their body. Now, one by one, we are going to discuss about the detail of this categories of living organism. So, the topic what is living is clear to all. First one, all living organism grow. We know that this is a basic important characteristics of living organism, that all living organism grow. Basic characteristics है ये whenever someone asks you a question, give one characteristics of living organism, you can say all living organism grow. हमको पता है grow, metabolism, reproduction, these three activities are interrelated to each other. Reproduction growth ही है, in a second way you thought, grow करना भी related to reproduction. Metabolism, these three activities are related to each other. जब तक human body में living organism में metabolism activities doesn't takes place, the growth is not possible. Okay, pituitary gland which is responsible for our growth of our height, this pituitary gland, in that so many metabolism activities are takes place. जब तक वो नहीं होंगे the height will not grow, है ना. So these three things are related to each other. So now in detail, before going through this, I am giving you a short brief of multicellular organisms and unicellular organism. ठीक है, क्योंकि ये दो वर्ड, these two terms are going to start in this chapter. वो बार बार बीच में आएंगे, so बीच में बताने से अच्छा मैं अभी क्लियर कर देती हूँ. Multicellular organism which are made up of single cell. Okay, they are also called primitive cells. Okay, now unicellular, made up of single cell, the organism made up of single cell, like amoeba, bacteria, they are single cell organisms. And unicellular organism made up of multicellular organisms means, multicellular organisms means made up of more than one cells. Multi means more, मैंने गलती से अपोजिट बोल दिया था. Multicellular means organism made up of two or more cell, and unicellular means made up of single. uni मतलब single. हम लोग किसी भी चीज को बोलते हैं दिस इज यूनिवर्सल ट्रुथ, बिकॉज क्योंकि वो दोबारा चेंज नहीं हो सकता, इसके जैसा दूसरा हो नहीं सकता. सो यूनी मतलब सिंगल, यूनिसेलुलर सेल्स मतलब मेड अप ऑफ द ऑर्गेनिज्म विच आर मेड अप ऑफ सिंगल सेल्स लाइक बैक्टीरिया, अमीबा. एंड मल्टीसेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म, द ऑर्गेनिज्म मेड अप ऑफ टू और मोर cells, they are called as multicellular organisms. Now start this topic. All living organisms grow. Increase in mass and increase in number of individuals are twin characteristics of growth. Increase in mass and increase in number, they are the twin characteristics of growth. Twin मतलब जुड़वा, ये दो characteristics है तो जुड़े हुए हैं एक दूसरे से. Increase in number and increase in mass. Mass means weight. Height, personality, growth होती है. Plants where growth, the human body can grow, animals can grow, plants can grow, है ना. हाइट बढ़ती तो हाँ यू आर ग्रोइंग, दिमाग बढ़ता है योर माइंड इज ग्रोइंग, ऐसा बोलते हैं ना, बेसिक नेचुरली ये सब बोलते हैं. सो दे आर द मास, लाइक मास एंड इंक्रीज इन नंबर. नंबर कैसे इंक्रीज होगा, हाउ द नंबर विल इंक्रीज, रिप्रोडक्शन. सो these are the twin characteristics of growth. A multicellular organism grow by cell division. ठीक है, वो कैसे ग्रो कर रहा है, बाय cell division. A multicellular organism growth by cell division and unicellular organisms are growth by sexual reproduction. Cell division also takes place in most of the unicellular organisms. This growth by cell division occurs continuously throughout their lifespan. Cell division throughout the lifespan में होता है, कभी रुकता नहीं है throughout their lifespan. But reproduction can takes place at a certain age. Reproduction एक certain age तक होता है, but this cell division can takes lifetime. Now, in animals, the growth is seen only up to a certain age. Okay, cell division can takes place in multicellular organisms. Okay, some of them, but in animals, this increase in number will takes place in certain age. Unicellular organism also grow by cell division. As I told you that most of all unicellular organisms can increase their number or can grow by cell division. One can easily observe this in the in vitro cultures by counting the number of cells under the microscope. ठीक है, कैसे कर सकते हैं कि हाँ their cell division, they are increasing in numbers, their cells were increasing. So the unicellular organisms are so small, we are not able to see this unicellular organism with our naked eye. Bacteria, amoeba देख पाते हैं क्या, no. So we can see in vitro culture, with the help of in vitro culture means we can see this organism, their growth in microscope, with the help of microscope. In majority of higher animals and plants, growth and reproduction are mutually exclusive events. One of the remembering then increase the number of mass considered as growth. Okay, their mass will increases, they also considered as growth. Mass means weight होता है, their mass will is increases, so they considered as growth. Height बढ़ती है तो it considered as growth. The trees were growing, plants is growing, so it considered as growth. These things are also considered as growth. This kind of growth exhibited by non-living objects, okay, by accumulation of materials on the surface. In living organism, growth is formed inside. Growth therefore cannot be taken as a defining property of living organism. Condition under which it can be observed in all living organisms have to be explained, and then we understand that that is the characteristics of living system. A dead organism does not grow. So here is one more thing is there, that plants, mountains, boulders and sun mouth also they grow. Okay, we take increase in the body mass will grow. So the mountains, lake, rivers, boulders, sand mounds, they do grow, they also grow because their mass will grow. In the starting of this in this topic, growth has their twins, what, mass and increase in number. Due to reproduction, the number will increase. Living organisms के number increase हो रहे हैं, okay, they considered as growth. But the inanimate matters like mountains, sand mounds, these are also growing. Why? Because their mass is increasing. So no, we cannot say that the growth is a proper definition of living, because property, it is not a defining property नहीं है. क्योंकि मास भी बढ़ रहा है तो भी ग्रो हो रहे हैं और इंक्रीज हो रहे नंबर में तो भी ग्रो हो रहे हैं. सो इसमें दोनों इंक्लूड हो रहे हैं, लिविंग भी और नॉन लिविंग भी. सो इट इज नॉट ए डिफाइनिंग प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ लिविंग and it is a characteristics. It is not a defining property, it is a characteristics. You cannot define growth as living, it is a characteristics of living. And one more thing, dead body does not grow. We all know that dead body does not grow. So student, now I am finishing this part up to that much level. Hope you will all understood and listen carefully whatever I am saying. Read your book. Whatever the query you have, you can ask me the question, and whatever problem you have, discuss with me. And this is starting, so somewhere you can feel some trouble, but I am with you. I am here to solve your problem. So whatever the problem you have, ask me. Hope you will all enjoy your class and understand the things. Thank you and enjoy your online classes and be safe in your home.